Hello, hello. I hope everybody is doing fantastic. Welcome, welcome. I haven't been on Facebook Live in, let's see, almost 7 months or so. I mean, it's crazy how time goes by so fast. And I was just like sitting here, and of course, I had technical difficulties, so I had to do it a whole different route. So let me know if you are here. Hello, hello. Now, if you knew me before, I had the spirit or the wine in a Cheers to Spirit show, and I had wine, and we would do cheers and everything. But you know what? 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I guess some people will drink wine, right? At any time. But I wanted to, it's very interesting. I was sleeping one night, and all of a sudden, when you're talking, talking to Spirit, and all of a sudden, Spirit says, you need to go back Facebook Live, but call it a different show for more inspiration. And I can't say no to Spirit. Hi, Anita. How are you doing, my dear? Oh, you look fantastic. Hello, hello. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you're here, let me know. And I am so sorry. It's been 8 months, but when Spirit says it's time for you to go on, now I won't be. Now, if you think I'm going to be here Wednesdays at 3 o'clock every time, no. So what I really feel compelled to do is have different times and different days so that I can reach more people. Because I know that if it was 3 o'clock and I was working, then I wouldn't be able to watch it or watch it live. But even if you're watching it, already recorded, let me know that you're here. All right, so this is what the show's going to look like. It is called Inspiration for a reason. Okay. Hopefully, it will inspire you to make it through the week because let me tell you, especially for teachers, I work in a school system part time and they need inspiration. They need all the chocolate that you can give them, to say the least, and lots of sugar and lots of love and healing energy. So, I thought, yes, so let's look at inspiration. And then towards the end, and if you know me, I always like to, I'm a teacher, so I'll teach a little bit about different topics each week and inspirational things. And then at the very end, before I say goodbye, I will go ahead and give you an inspiration card. And this means not for the whole group, but whoever I'm pulled to, if you're here and you're saying, oh, I definitely need a message and an uplift, then I will draw a card for you and do like a mini psychic reading. Okay. So, well, let's go ahead and get started. So, what I was looking at, and if you watch the video at the very beginning, talked about inspiration. What is inspiration? It's different for different people. So, what I did is I looked it up in the dictionary. Yes, the nerd that I am, right? And so this is the technical version of it, right? I mean, I'm thinking inspiration is more feeling, more spiritual. Oh no, I guess the dictionary has definitions for everything. So it says the process of mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. So when you get inspired to do something, you can inspire other people. So what I did, I thought, you know what, there's different ways that we can inspire ourselves to do something to make our life, more interesting. So I did, and this is a history check. So I did some history, yes, and I wanted to see what happened on this day that would inspire somebody. So, believe it or not, if you are into detective movies, you owe it a big thank you to Edgar Allan Poe. This is the first detective story that was published. And of course, his inspiration has grown to so many people in movies and shows and everything. So, amen to that, right? So I thought that is what happened in the history today in 1841. So, should I say, have you written something? Because, everybody has something to write about. All right. So, let's go to the next picture, the inspiration. I grew up in high school. I went to high school in the Dallas area. And Zig Ziglar was so popular back then. And I even took a class as a senior, and it was so inspirational and so positive. I'm thinking, oh, yeah, that's definitely me. That's why I'm here today. He even had a building, and I could not find a picture of it, that was an arrow, shaped like an arrow, because that was he was like a business, motivator. And he said, reach to the top. And so I found this really cool. So this is a quote from him. New information makes new and fresh ideas possible. So see, I know that you're sitting on an idea, right? And so you need to be inspired to show the world who you truly are. All right. I love this. Now, during COVID, whenever I was doing my show, the other show with the wine and spirit, I saw this and I thought this kind of inspires me. And this is when we were locked down, and I thought this is hilarious. So these people are, I guess I have I don't know, fascination with wine, but it's like we drink, you honk. And I wanted to do this so bad, but I just never got the nerve to do that. So these people inspire me during difficult times. They actually came up with something that they could do and be so creative. So I thought, that's I think this would be a great picture to show today to show you what it can look like. So as silly as it can be, you can definitely get inspired. So we're going to talk about the different ways that you can be inspired and, just in everyday life. Now, again, next week it will be a different topic, but I thought because this name is in the show that we might as well talk about inspiration, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and talk about different ways you can inspire yourself during the day and have those thoughts. And, as an educator, I've got to tell you, a lot of times when I'm driving, the best creative stuff actually comes when I'm driving, because I think your ego gets out of the way, and here I'm driving, and yes, I know where I'm going. I'm not having a record, but I would get the most creative ideas that way, and I would be inspired that way. Now, I did find a list. I'm not going to go through everything, but I really thought this was great, especially people who are structured and they don't want anything to change, especially in their homes. The one thing that can inspire you is to change your furniture around, put it in a different place and go, okay, that could make me happy. Or if it makes you not happy, then that's another lesson in itself, right? And of course, so shake up your routine, not only your house, but your routine. If you get in the rut of getting up at the same time every morning, having the same breakfast, change it a little bit, right? So do something different. If you exercise in the morning, try it in the evening. So because I know that routines can be very boring after a while. So make sure that you kind of, change that routine a little bit. Oh, what I really like this is spend time with other people who have the creative vibe as you do. So if you like to doodle, find people who like to do creative things or like to doodle. Or like, what I'm doing right now, if you like to get on live and talk to people, find other people that like to do the same thing so that you can inspire each other. I know that whenever I came out as a psychic medium, it was so nice to find other people who were in the business and who had gone through the same stuff as I had been through. And so that really inspired me. And I mean, you can just be inspired all day long, right? All right, there's another one that, music. Whenever especially before I come on here, I get my energy up. I listen to music. It doesn't matter what kind of music, okay? No judgment ever, right? So just listen to music and just kind of, get that vibe up, and you will be inspired. And I know that I really get inspired too is sitting out in my backyard and watching the trees and just being quiet. And sometimes that is when creative ideas come as well. All right. So Anita, if you're still on, or if somebody is on and I don't see you, let me know what inspires you. Or even if you're watching this recorded, put what is inspiring you. It could be anything, a painting, it could be taking a picture. Now, another thing that you can be inspired, let me show you what, I know I'm off the screen for a second, as everything just falls off my desk. But you can also be inspired by, collecting hobbies or collecting things. I know that I have my grandmother's spoons. Hi, Toya, how are you? Oh my gosh, it's been so long. So the one thing that you can do is you can definitely collect things, and that may inspire you. Or you can make a collective stuff, if you're into art. I have over 100 bobbleheads. I have stopped. It's an obsession. Oh, music inspires you. Awesome. Awesome. So Tanya, that is awesome. And I know that, there's different kind of music for everybody, and that inspires you. That's awesome. You know what I'm going to ask now, right? I want to ask, what kind of music inspires you? I'm just curious. Okay. So I have stopped with this obsession. I don't buy any more bobbleheads because I don't have any more room. But I would always get bobbleheads of my favorite characters in movies because I love watching movies, and that's a part of me. So that would really inspire me. All right, Anita. Oh, I love this. Okay, Star Seed Awakening. I'm going through a lot of medical. I love it. A lot of metaphysical thoughts and ideas. And, just like this show, I was trying to sleep and spirit woke me up, and all I could think of all night, well, what will be the name of it? Or when will I go on? Or what will I talk about? so, so that is awesome. So Starseed Awakening. So you definitely need to talk, to other people who have that interest. And, there's so many different things you can do with that. You can write a book for inspiration. So just show people what you truly know. Okay. That is awesome. Thank you for sharing. Oh, and crystals. I like this. Crystals and dream interpretations. Okay. So yeah, and I do have my crystals as well. And they do inspire me. And what really inspires me the most is I really don't know that much about crystals. But whenever I find somebody that does, and they have like the jewelry, they have the necklace with crystals, and I always ask them, well, what do these crystals do for you? What kind of things can you tell me? What is the name of that crystal? So that's really inspirational because I want to know more about it. And thank goodness we have people that know more about what we know a lot of times, because that really gets us inspired, and knowledge is the best way to do it. Thank you, Anita and Toya, for definitely showing me what inspires you. And I know that there are a lot of, I work with special needs children, and what really inspires me is what the families go from day in and day out, and they don't quit. So, people like that really inspire me as well. But even though they inspire me, I may not get creative ideas from them, but it just enriches my life whenever I have people like that that really inspire me. All right, so I don't believe there is anything else. I know y'all are disappointed, but hopefully you found that inspiration. Like I said, on a day-to-day basis, and you may want to write in a journal what inspires you today, or your creative idea may not be the same a month from now. You may change. So don't be surprised if it does change. So you may, have one crystal that is a certain kind, and you're going, okay, I want to try something different, which is good because your soul is talking to you. So then you have to get another crystal, spend that money. Right? Okay. So let me get a sip of tea. All right. So let me know if you want an inspirational reading today. I know that even though you are letting me know what your inspirations are, you may not want a reading. So Toya and Anita, I can see that you're here, or anybody else that's online. Let me know if you want an inspirational message. And if you don't, I can always do a group, but I'll wait a few minutes because it's always delayed. It's the one thing about Facebook. And I'm also on YouTube, that it tends to slow things down. So I can definitely start my readings, and I'm going to, I'd love a reading. Okay, Anita. I don't know why. All of a sudden my voice just kind of gets hoarse. I think I've been talking too much. An educator talking too much? Never. Okay. And what I'm getting, and what really helps me, whenever I do, even if it's a short reading, I doodle. And what that does is it clears my subconscious away. It just kind of gets my thinking out of the way, Crystal. And I'm going to, and you know what? Oh my gosh, why did I say crystal? I think because you were talking about crystals. But Anita, as soon as you said that you wanted a reading. It's almost like I could feel your energy, and it's like excitement and energy. Like, yes, I want an inspiration for today. And I don't think you necessarily need one because it just seems like you're a very optimistic person. And I've got three different decks here. I think I'm going to go with the spiritual deck. Okay. And this is mystical wisdom. All right. So let's do that. Let me see what card. Let me go ahead and shake it. Okay. It's interesting because I'm always guided to either the top or the bottom or the middle. And I went to the top. I just heard it's simple. It's already there. Stop. So I listen. Oh my gosh. Okay. And this is what I really feel with your energy, Anita, is be original and blaze your own trail. Okay. So don't let other people define who you are. And this will be the inspiration. Be yourself. That's how you can be inspired. And just being yourself, and looking into what interests you. Other people will also be interested in what you are doing because your energy is so light. And like I said, it's very optimistic. So blaze your own trail. Don't do things the way that other people do. Get inspired and think outside the box. Okay. So, Anita, I hope this resonates with you in love and light. So, that will be your inspiration for the week. So, and definitely for some reason, I need to tell you you've got a lot of thoughts in your head. So, what might really help you is to write in a journal and get those thoughts out, because I think what's happening is it's coming all in all at once and you get overwhelmed. So definitely, I try to be optimistic. I'm trying to open my mind up to a lot of stars, yes, awakening messages right now. Okay, so I'm also feeling that you might be trying too hard with that, right? So let it flow. Don't try to fight that. Just let it flow, and whatever you get, write down. Because it's almost like a reading. Whenever I do mediumship, if I don't get anything for a few seconds, it's like Chinese torture. Okay. It's like drip, drip, nothing's coming. And I'm going, why isn't spirit talking to me? Drip, drip. But as soon as I say, okay, I'm going to let spirit be in control, I'm going to let it flow. I'm going to doodle. And that's when things start happening. Okay. So don't get into it. Let spirit take charge and just let it flow. Okay. All right. All right. You're welcome, Anita. All right. So let's see. Anybody else? And I know whenever I first started my live show with Wine and Spirits, it seemed like it took, I want to say, 4 or 5 showings for people to start showing up. Especially when they go, oh, I can get a reading. And I know that at the very beginning, it's like I had my daughter on. And so I'm going, oh, I have somebody watching me. So, but again, I trust spirit and I trust whoever gets this message. And Anita, at the same time, there might be other people that resonate with your message as well. Okay. But I'm going to go ahead, and because I don't really see anybody else on, is I'm going to do a group message, for anybody else. And you know what? I'm really feeling, because the topic is inspiration, I'm going to use my cosmic dancer. And this is kind of like movement, right? Moving. Like Toya was like moving to the music. It's kind of the same thing. It kind of gets your butt going, right? So, okay. And just like what we're talking about, right? Be a messenger. Wait, be a channel. Just like what I'm talking. Isn't that interesting how spirit does that? Here I'm talking about whenever, you try to think too much. And yes, I will get to you, Melissa, definitely. So if you think too much and it's not the message is not coming through, you don't feel like you're connecting, surrender to it a lot of times and be a channel. Oh, I love that. Okay. So let me see. All right. So, Melissa, sorry, I moved my mouse and it's on a different. All right. Good to see you. Okay. So, Melissa, and I will tell you, Melissa, I am called Melissa quite a bit. Okay. I go, no, it's Michelle. You mean Melissa? It's like, no, Michelle. So I love your name, by the way. People keep, I guess I feel like they're a Melissa. Okay. So it's very interesting, Melissa. I hope this resonates with you. I always try to get whatever I'm getting, and then I choose the deck a card for you. But I'm really feeling that you are very it's very interesting what's coming across, but you are very structured. You know, you like things. Oh, you're called Michelle a lot. So you're very structured and and you get a little anxious when things change a little bit. And that's what we're kind of talking about is inspiration, change things a little bit, feel that anxiety. And it's okay. All right. Okay. So what I'm really feeling with you is that these are more. And because I'm just going to do a card of inspiration, I don't want to get, Debbie Downer. But it's called Whisper of Healing. And I just love these colors. Okay. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. Especially live, I don't want to go Debbie Downer because I'm thinking if this stuff is private, I don't want people going, I wish you wouldn't talk about that on Facebook. I don't want everybody to know, right? So, okay. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I guess I could do that. And I'm having to really look back at it because I want to look at the details of it. Okay. So I'm trying to even read what that says because it's in cursive. Okay. I'm going to see what I'm getting. Oh, I love this. Okay. It's interesting because as soon as I said that, then I could read it. Okay. So that's the message is not important. A lot of times on the card, Oracle card, it will have the message on it. And I couldn't read it. And so that's telling me that that's not an important message. But this is what I really get from this card. So I'll let you know what it means in just a few minutes. But I want you to look at the picture. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. And it's almost like it's a female who is like reflecting. And so what this is telling me is that you really need to reflect about you and know that you are very special, that you can inspire people. But again, you really need to almost do mirror work, say how special you are in the mirror. Just say, I love you. So you need to love yourself more because you are very special. And so what the message at the very end, it says well-being. Okay. And I really feel like if you really take care of yourself and like yourself a little bit more, that you will definitely grow as a person and you will heal. Okay. So hopefully that resonated with you, Melissa. I won't call you Michelle. But I love that we have that in between us. Okay. All right. So Valerie, let's go to you. So isn't that interesting? You start doing readings and people show up. Which is good. That means that you're being pulled, for a reading. And this show, if you're just not getting on, it's an inspirational show. And so I'm going to do a card reading to try to inspire you this week, okay? Not to be a Debbie Downer. Okay. 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 All right. All right. And Valerie, I did. Okay. So Valerie, I did hear what you were saying, and it's very interesting because as soon as I don't know if everybody's going to be able to read that because it kind of cuts it off. So as soon as you said, I read that you're going through a terrible loss, it's almost what I was really feeling is you are surrounded. Okay. I know that you may not be able to feel it right now because you are so emotionally involved in the situation, but you have so many loved ones and angels around you. Okay. And these angels are, I'm not saying the higher light, but they're almost like there's such love of, I can't really describe it. They're almost like people, right? But they've just got the love and the light like an angel does, is what. And so it could be angels, but what I'm really seeing is a lot of loved ones, okay, surrounding you with, and then a lot of angelic beings, I guess you could say. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead, and they wanted me to go ahead and do the spiritual card with you. And okay. And as you're healing through this, you need to be respectful of your time that you're going through the healing. Okay. In other words, don't think 6 months ahead, think one day at a time. All right. Because if you think, am I ever going to get through this? You will get through it, but you've got to go through the process. Okay. All right. Competition, summon courage and self-confidence. So what I'm really seeing out of this card is, I love this, is find the tiger, the courage to get through it. And you will get through it, okay? But it does. You've got to give yourself some time because we are on this earth. We have to go through the grieving process. We have to go through the process. And so be like a tiger and say, yes, I will get through it, okay? If some days, like on a Saturday, you can't get out of bed, stay in bed for a little bit. But like I said, take and really embrace the process, because not only will you heal from it, but you will also grow from it. And I feel like you're going to also help other people heal in the same situation. Okay. All right. So love and light to you, Valerie. All right, I hope that resonated with you, and God bless you. Oh my gosh, it's Kimberly. Oh my goodness. How are you? Kiss, kiss, kiss. Oh, it's good to see you. I know it's been 8, 10 months that I've been on. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, of course, Kimberly, I have something for you. So lots happened in my life. Okay. So let me see. It's almost like I'm hearing the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So sometimes changes will come with I don't know, difficulties, but sometimes, it's almost like when you move to a brand new beautiful house. And but some things, have to change in your life because of this beautiful house. And it's kind of like just your day-to-day habits or whatever. And so sometimes, Kimberly, when we have that many changes, it can be difficult. But you know what? I'm also, and it's very interesting. I because I was I'm looking at your name, and what came to mind was a smile. Okay, that you are just smiling. And I don't know if you're smiling or if your spirit is smiling or your soul, but it just almost like you're almost at peace, I guess you could say. Um, okay. So I feel like I'm being drawn to the cards of Cosmic Dancer. Okay. And it's kind of like movement. And I'm looking at your picture, and I can't, it's real little, so it's hard for me to see. But it's almost like you are smiling in the picture, but it's almost like I'm feeling that your soul is radiating. So that's awesome. Okay, let's see about Cosmic Dancer. Okay. Now, I haven't looked at the card yet because I wanted to show you whenever I was looking at the front of the card what I was getting. Okay. So the front of the card, okay, see it's a beautiful girl, and she is holding up her hands, and see what's coming out of her hands. It's almost like you're manifesting this to you, and it's like it's going out to the universe, and you need to continue whatever you're doing. Okay. And so and I love this pack, is be authentic, be your authentic self. So even, if you're smiling, like what I'm picking up, and you're just feeling radiant, Be your authentic self and speak your truth. Okay. Don't let others, speak for you. And in other words, stand up for yourself, right? All right. So hopefully that gives you inspiration this week, and your creativity is to be your authentic self. And as you radiate and smile through all these changes in your life, I know that spirit's got you. Okay. So I don't know, the divine or whoever you look up to, angels, they have you. They've got you. Okay. So hopefully, and it's good to see you, Kimberly. So hopefully that resonated with you. Okay. All right. My goodness. All of a sudden it was nothing. And then all of a sudden it was like going through the worst. Oh, I thought that was Kimberly at first. I'm going, oh, I was way off. So, oh, okay. Lots happened. Okay. All right. So, Beth, let's look at you, my dear. Okay. Going through the worst time of your life. Okay. You're welcome, Kimberly. Okay. Hold on. Well, hello, Miss Karen. Okay. Before I go with the next reading, I just want to say hello to my good friend Karen. We met at Lisa Williams' workshop, and dear friend, and she's actually moving closer to me. I mean, we met up in Lily, outside of Lilydale, and so it's good to see you. And she has a Saturday show where she does a message, or I love your stories, Karen, of what you talk about. Okay, so let me switch gears, Beth. And Beth is going, okay, I'm ready. Okay. Okay. All right. So, Beth, it's very interesting. And I don't know if you could see what I'm drawing, but what I normally do is whenever I start reading somebody, I put their name down and I kind of start, doodling around your name. And what I'm really drawing, it's like threads. I don't know if you could call it threads or almost like a vine, but it's almost like it's covering something. Okay. It's almost like if you think of a mountain, you don't know what's on the other side of the mountain. Okay. It's covered. All right. So sometimes, whenever, and I will give you inspiration on this, I know that hopefully you will be able to receive this, because I'm feeling, and I can definitely feel your energy right now. And so take a couple of deep breaths, because I think what's happening right now, even as I'm saying you don't know what's behind the mountain, I'm beginning to feel you close up a little bit. And also, and I've had this happen before, you almost have some energy that's coming my way that is kind of a stress type of energy, right? That I'm feeling. But it's almost like you can't see what is on the other side. You can't see through the forest. And what I'm really feeling, I know that you feel like it is, and I will not say anything, it probably is the worst thing in your life of what's going on. But remember, I'm just feeling that you are not alone. Okay. Again, for this message. And it's almost, and whenever it gets closer to being over, I think you're going to be able to see the sun. But right now, I think there's so much healing that needs to go on, and you cannot see through it, that you're really not going to see anything positive, that is going on. And I understand that, because some situations you're going, oh, hell no, there's nothing positive about it at all. But because of that, you need to kind of take off the bricks a little bit, let yourself heal so that you can heal through this. Okay. Because I think right now you're protecting yourself. And because we are one of those things that, as human beings, we need to protect ourselves. And you get triggered and everything else. Okay. So you got to get some time out. It's almost like if I pull a card of positiveness right now, I don't know if you're going to be able to receive the message. It's just because it's very difficult for you right now. And what I would do, what really helps, is just have that time alone, like sitting out out at a park or a forest, or not a forest, but a park, and just give yourself some time to think, get away from it if you can, and just kind of meditate on your own. And meditation does not mean sitting, and breathing techniques. Meditation is just being by yourself and getting through it. Okay. Um, Okay, so I am feeling that I think I've given you enough information right now, like a card would give you, but I'm really not feeling that I need to pull a card for you, if that makes sense. So, Beth, love and light, and reach out and talk to somebody too if you need someone, because that really helps with the healing as well of the situation that you're in. And I know that, talking to you, not able to talk to you on Facebook Live, it is a very difficult situation to do that, but I would definitely find somebody that you can talk to. Okay, Beth? All right. Love and light, and I'm sending you some positive vibes. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, see, they're having conversations online without me, right? Okay. All right. So Michelle Henderson isn't. See, I could stay here all day and just get all this inspiration. Known her for 2 years from the Dallas Psychic Fair. Well, thank you, Anita. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? Y'all have just been an awesome, awesome thing in my life as well. And I think, it's so interesting that Spirit gets us together to give that inspiration for everybody. Okay. All right. So now Karen, Karen, I know, you know what? I'm not going to leave you out, okay? Especially if you're giving me some positivity, right? So I think I need to do a card for you. I really do. I feel like I'm being pulled to you. Okay. Now, Karen and I have done, and I know that we've been going through Lisa Williams. We would do mediumship, but I don't really remember doing any psychic readings. But of course, this is just like a mini one. Okay, Karen? Oh, and I promise I won't say anything, too private on the air. Um, okay, and this, it's very, very interesting. Um, it's almost like Kimberly. I was seeing her smile. I'm feeling that you're laughing, and I know that you are moving. So I'm trying to get past that to see if I can feel more of your energy. Because if you know too much about a person, it is sometimes hard to read. Okay. Okay. All right. So, Karen, what I'm really feeling, and what I just heard is, of course, you know a lot about her, but um, and I know kind of you're moving and everything. And the thing is, do not be stressed about it. It's going to work out. Okay. I know it's kind of like the excitement of everything going on, but it's also that, what if it doesn't work out? It's going to work out. This is going to be a fantastic move for you. Okay. Where you are moving, it's almost like the energy has been waiting for you. And it's like, oh, okay. I'm finally, it's almost like that puzzle piece. Okay. Like a puzzle. And the puzzle pieces are outside, and you have that one left and you can't find it. Well, Karen, that is you going to your next place, your next destination. So it's almost like all the peeps. Oh my gosh, I'm just getting all these. I don't know if I feel your energy or I'm getting goosebumps everywhere. But it's almost like, they know that you've been coming, and the people there are going to absolutely love you. Okay. So don't feel that, things are not going to go well. And if you're doing the right thing, you are that puzzle piece that everybody is waiting for. Okay. I'm going to draw a card though, real quick. Okay. I'm going to do the cosmic dancer. For some reason, movement, right? And I mean movement in your soul, not physical. Okay. Oh, I love this. Okay. So with everything going on in your life, I love this. Okay. And see, I feel like all this energy is around you going crazy, right? And that's you trying to come back to your center, to your soul. And you're going to, and it is going to be different kinds of energy of where you're moving. The energy is going to feel different. And so you've got to tune in. You got to do your frequencies and tune into your new environment. And you're going to be able to do that. Okay. So don't fret. You will be able to. And of course, you've got a wonderful spirit team that is going to help you. Okay. May 1st moving in. See you soon. Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope that resonated with you. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, so I'll be excited to see you too. All right, you're welcome. My kids don't live far from you, so or where you're moving to. So yeah, so definitely. All right, guys. I think that's about it. That's popping on, and just spread the word. And that you know what too. Spirit came to me whenever they were saying, they're in the middle of the night. I don't know if you heard this, but in the middle of the night, I'm trying to sleep, and they go, it's time to do another show. And I'm going, okay, what's the name? And so I'm starting to think and everything, getting inspired at 3 o'clock in the morning. And yes, I had to work the next day. But and then I'm thinking, well, what time, what day? And it's almost like being, I think it's called moving from place to place. So it's almost like I'm not going to have a set time. I'm not going to have a set day. Okay. So I'm going to look at my calendar and feel where I'm pulled for a certain time. And those are the people that I can reach at that time, if that makes no sense. Like y'all are here today and I was able to connect with you spiritually. So it's like, if people can't be here, they're working, I can find a different time to see them at the same time. Okay. So just look at my Facebook page and I'll give at least a week, 4 days to a week notice so that you know when I am coming on. So it won't be like, surprise. All right. So love and light and good to see everybody. And I will see you next time. All right. Bye, guys. And by the way, I'm going to show you one last video if you've missed it at the beginning for inspiration. Okay. So here we go. Just to send you